Alright, we are going to be solving the question above on superposition theorem. The question says we should find I, that is the current I, for the circuit above using superposition theorem. Alright, so as you can see, we are having two sources, and the both sources are voltage sources. We have 50 volt and 20 volt voltage source. So we are going to consider 50 volt voltage source first, while we switch off 20 volt voltage source. Since they are both voltage source, so we just need to when we consider 50 volts, we just need to put a short circuit here. That is, we are going to represent this with a straight line. Alright, so we need to redraw the diagram while we consider 50 volt voltage source. Alright, so consider alright, so consider 50 volts voltage source. Alright, so we need to draw the diagram again. Alright, please ensure your work is very neat. Alright, so I'm showing you step by step, no rush, step by step approach. Alright, so that's it. Alright, so now we consider 50 volt voltage source. So let's take this part. Alright, so we can therefore join this part. Alright, so that's it. So we are having our 30 ohms resistance here, which is where the current I is passing. So I'm going to consider this to be our I1, or let's take it as I prime. Alright, so let's take this as I prime. So this is our 10 ohms resistor. This is our 20 ohms resistor. Alright, so we have 50 volts here, we have 30 ohms here, we have 20 ohms, and then we have 10 ohms. Alright, so you agree with me that anytime we are having a voltage source, that there must be current that will be produced by the voltage source. Alright, so let's call and the voltage and the current source, and the current produced by the voltage source from this circuit is going to be the total current that is entering into this cycle, but we are not given the current. So let's just take that current as I1. So let's take it as I1. So let's say this is I1, and we already know that the one flowing here is what is 30 ohms. So which is the I that we want to analyze. Since we are considering 50 volts first, so definitely this will be I what I prime. When we consider 20 volts, is going to become what I double prime. Alright, so now let's find our I1. So by Ohm's law, we know that I1 will be equals to voltage over the total resistance. Alright, so the voltage is what? 50. So this is 50 all over. Now If you look at this, 20 and 30, they are what? In parallel, and their combination will now be in series with this 10 ohms that is here. So we can therefore say this will be 10 plus 30 parallel to 20, or 20 parallel to what? 30. So if you write that properly, this becomes 50 all over 10 plus what? Plus 20 multiplied by 30 all over what? All over 20 plus 30. So if you press this directly in your calculator, you are going to have your result to be what? 2.27 ampere. 2.27 ampere. All right. Now, so for us to get the value of I prime, we are going to use current division rule. So we can say that by current division rule, by current division rule, by current division rule. All right. So we are going to say that our I prime will be the total current entering, which is I1 multiplied by, now if you look at this, our 30 ohms here, and the branch that is parallel to this branch is what? Is 20 ohms, right? So it's going to be 20 all over 20 plus what? Plus 30. All right. So if you substitute your I prime here, which is 2.27 multiplied by 20 over 50, so this 0 can go with this, that is 2 multiplied by this divided by 5. So if you press that correctly in your calculator, you are going to have this to be nothing but what? 0.908. So this is going to be 0.908 ampere. So what is the direction? The direction is what? Downward. So the direction is downward. All right. So I hope you understand this clearly. All right. Now the next thing we are going to do is we are going to consider 20 volt voltage source. All right. So consider 20 volt voltage source. All right. So if we consider 20 volt voltage source, so let's draw the diagram. All right. So let's draw the diagram. You can see that it's very interesting because everything you are seeing it clearly. All right. That is the way I love my work to be, and I hope you too, you will love to do so. All right. All right. All right. So we are doing it one step at a time. No rush. All right. So that's it. Now we are considering what? 20 volts. All right. So let's put line here first. All right. So let's put our voltage. All right. All right. So let's join this here. So we are having a resistor here, which is 30 ohms. All right. we're having one here. All right, then we're having another one here, which is 20. All right, so here we're having 30 ohms, and here we're having 20 volts, and then here we're having 10 ohms, and here we are having 20 ohms. All right, so let's draw our current. So the current through this resistor is going to be I double prime. All right, so that's it. Now, as we are having our voltage source here, definitely there must be a current. Current must be produced by this voltage source, but we are not given, so we need to calculate that. All right, so let's call that I2 since we use I1 over there. So let this be I2. All right, so by Ohm's law, I2 will be equals to voltage all over the total resistance. So the voltage here is 20 and our resistance. So if you look at this carefully, you are going to observe that this 10 and this 30, they are in what? They are in parallel, right? And the parallel combination now will now be in what? In series with what we have here, right? So it's going to be 20 plus 10 parallel to what? To 30. So if you write that clearly, you are going to have this to be 20 all over 20 plus 10 multiplied by 30, then divided by 10 plus 30. So if you press this clearly in your calculator, you are going to have your I2 to be equals to what? 0.72 ampere. All right, so this is going to be 0.72 ampere. All right, so that's what we are going to have. So by current division rule now, by current division rule, by current division rule, all right, by current division rule, our I prime prime will be equals to what? It's going to be equals to I2, which is the total current entering, and then what is the current that is parallel? Sorry, what is the branch that is parallel to this branch here? So it is what? It is 10, right? So this is going to be 10 all over what? 10 plus what? Plus 30, right? So now this will be equals to, so what is our I2? Our I2 is 0.72 multiplied by 10 all over what? All over 40, right? So if you do 10 multiplied by this, it's going to give you 7.2. 7.2 divided by 40, you are going to have this to be nothing but what? A 0.18 ampere. So this is going to give us 0.18 ampere. All right, so that is how to go about it now. But don't forget that the value we want to calculate here is what? Is I. And what is the direction of our I2 here too as well? Direction is downward. So since the both directions are downward, so it shows that we are going to add the two together. So let's just put it down here. Let's put it down here. So it shows that I will be equals to what? I will be equals to I1 prime plus I double prime. So which will be equals to I1 prime is 0.908 plus 0.18. So this will be equals to, if you add this together, you're going to have this to be 1.088. So this is going to be 1.088 ampere. So this is the solution to the above question. I hope the question is well understood and well simplified. You can comment that in the comment section, and don't forget that we have a well structured material on circuit analysis. This will help you to pass your various examination, be it fundamental of engineering exam, which is FE or PE, or GATE exam, and so on and so forth. uh, I encourage you to reach out and get a copy of our material, and you are going to testify. All right, because the material is specially written by us, and you know anything coming from us is always top notch. And peradventure today is your first time of coming across our video, do well to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to smash on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a video like this, you'll be the first to receive the notification. And if you are having challenges in solving your assignment, you can always DM us. And if you also want a private tutoring section, you can also DM us. Just check the description of this channel. You have access to our WhatsApp number and our email address. We respond to you quickly. Respond to you very quickly. All right, and if you want, maybe you're having challenges in understanding any topic, you can DM us as well. We can develop a step-by-step material or a step-by-step guide for you on that particular topic of your interest. So we are always active and ready to help you. So stay tuned as we dive deep into what superposition theorem. Thank you.